We have some particular requirements around range, around the ability for the vehicle to take the kit that we have to carry, around the core performance of the vehicle. So when we were looking for the most suitable vehicle, the BMW i4 was where we landed. As I've noted, this is not about testing the BMW per se, it's about testing an electric vehicle in the police operational fleet.
The range from the vehicle is marketed at 590 kilometres on this vehicle. We can sometimes see, even in our petrol fleet, we'll see a reduction in performance of around about 27%. It is larger within the EV, but we need to get a better understanding of what that degradation looks like within an EV. These particular vehicles, we've matched them with quite a high rating charger, so we want to be able to turn the vehicles around as quick as possible. But as part of that trial, we're also wanting to see if we require interaction with either public infrastructure. So if an officer takes a break, that he plugs the vehicle in at that time, it might only be for 10 minutes, but if that puts another 80, 100 kilometres on the vehicle, that may be sufficient to actually make the vehicle quite a viable option within that environment.
They will be cheaper to run, clearly. There's also a higher purchase price, so that will need to be worked through. One of the big challenges for police is that many of our vehicles run hot. In other words, they're used 24/7, and so we have to factor that into our thinking about the number of vehicles that we would require to operate using our electric fleet. The performance for an electric vehicle is very good. So it's suitable in that sense. We need to understand whether with our relatively harder usage, whether the EV can stack up in our operational environment. The trial is happening with our road policing staff, and it's probable that this vehicle will be suitable for their requirements for a shift. What will be interesting for us to see is with the kind of usage that you could expect in a frontline context, what the range is like with all our equipment, with the manner of driving that police vehicles are required to sustain.
We're going to start with the 5. Obviously, we'll look at them in their different environments and there's a lot for us to learn through the trial, and obviously take those learnings on board, and that'll then obviously guide us in our next steps going forward.
Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. To stay up to date with all the latest news from the New Zealand Herald, click the subscribe button below or check out one of the videos here, and head over to nzherald.co.nz for more details on these stories and more.